Pretty soon, I will finally be able to retire. The two of us will have a lot more free time to be able to spend together. By the two of us, you mean the woman you've been having an affair with for 15 years, right? Huh? What the hell are you talking about? Why are you getting so worked up? I was only joking. It's April Fool's after all. I got you. Yeah, you got me. I still think there are certain things you shouldn't joke about, and that's one of them. After all, I'm completely wiped after the operation. I imagine being in surgery for that long was tough. I'm glad everything went okay. I think it just felt particularly long because I know my time at the hospital is quickly coming to an end. We should celebrate. I'll make all your favorites for dinner. Well, I won't need dinner tonight, sadly. Someone had to take off last minute, so I am on call tonight. Really? They're having you on call again? They are going to have a hard time replacing you. You've been called in for emergency operations so frequently over these past several years. That's just the way it is. There are other surgeons on call, but no one with my level of skill. If a serious case occurs, I am often the only one who can manage it. How about I make you something to eat and swing by the hospital and drop it off for you? You can't perform surgery without having a proper meal in you. You really don't need to come. I have to assist with a patient that just came in anyways. On a completely different note, have you been taking that medicine I prescribed? The one for my high blood pressure? Yeah, I've been taking it. That's the one. However, I've been having some pretty bad side effects from taking it. That just means it's working. Your body is quite frail, so you need to make sure you take it 3 times a day. Yes, Doc. I'll be sure to take it. Isn't it nice having a doctor for a husband? I enjoy being able to provide you with high-quality healthcare. Do you properly appreciate me for that? I think I'm pretty appreciative. You hit quite the jackpot with me. A rich husband who takes good care of his wife. I don't think many can say they found that. You're right about that. One more thing I forgot to mention. Next week I have an academic conference I need to attend. Oh yeah? I'll be out of town for 5 days. An academic conference? That reminds me of something. What's that? You went to one in Singapore before, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I've been to conferences in a lot of different countries. I remember seeing a picture of you and another woman at a fancy hotel with an infinity pool. You guys were being pretty chummy having a drink by the bar. You saw that? One of your former colleagues actually sent me a bunch of pictures from that weekend. You and that woman popped up in quite a few of them. That must have been Stacy. She is our head nurse. She came with us to the conference. I figured as much. You said the two of you really were hitting it off that weekend. Pretty much inseparable. And you followed us around and secretly took pictures of us? How scummy. You didn't have anything to hide, did you? Like an affair? What are you talking about? You're accusing me of cheating? There are many respectable women who attend these conferences. Is it a problem that I happen to be friends with some of them? Is that all it is? Swimming in a public pool with someone doesn't mean I am cheating on you. Aren't you making something out of nothing here? The issue isn't being in a pool together. You were being quite affectionate with her physically. I saw how you held her as you watched the sunset together. What are you talking about? If I didn't know better, I would have for sure thought she was your girlfriend. Is something wrong in that head of yours? You can always swing by the hospital and I can do a quick MRI scan on it to make sure. Are you honestly telling me that you felt nothing when you saw an attractive female in a skimpy swimsuit rubbing up against you? Jealous much? Don't misunderstand me. People are just a lot more open-minded in Singapore than over here. Is that so? How could you possibly think an amazing husband like myself would cheat? That's just what happened to come to mind when you mentioned the conferences. If you're busy tonight, we can reschedule the dinner for tomorrow. It's been forever since we all went to a restaurant together. Can't. Tomorrow I have a seminar with some of the other doctors. Meaning what? After the seminar, we are all going to go out for drinks. I probably won't be home until after midnight. Tomorrow is Liz's birthday, you know. Oh, crap. You forgot, didn't you? She has been working her butt off lately studying for her exams. At the very least, I was hoping we could do something nice for her birthday as a family. Leave me out of it. The two of you go out to eat. My job is more important than something trivial like that. All you ever do is work. You really need to try to carve out some time for your family, too. Our daughter barely sees you anymore. I am the head of this family. I have to provide for all of you, so this is what must be done. I guess you are just doing what you think a man needs to do. What the hell are you getting at? Don't worry about it. I wish you knew how hard Liz has been working to become a doctor someday, just like her dad. She looks up to you. You know, I wish I could spend more time with her. I just have been completely swamped lately. I don't make my schedule. When work calls, I have to go in. That's all there is to it. I understand that. I just wish there was some way you could spend more time with us. Stop being selfish. Well, how about Tony's birthday next month? Should we go somewhere to celebrate that? I'm not sure. You figure something out. Liz will still need to study for her exams. I told you, that's all she has been doing lately. She really is giving it her best. If for some reason Liz doesn't get into medical school, that's on you. Why would that be on me? It's the mother's job to raise the children. Make sure she passes no matter what. If she fails, it'll make me look bad. That's what you are worried about? My mom was able to raise me into becoming an excellent doctor. She was a stay-at-home mom just like you. Don't think it can't be done. I have no chance there. I'll never be able to compare to your mom. She was absolutely terrifying, but she made sure to raise me properly. Don't even think about bad-mouthing her. I would never want to offend you or your mother. I choose my words carefully. One more thing. You have been way too defiant towards me lately. Is that right? You are a doctor's wife. Due to that, you live a carefree, wonderful life. Stop complaining all the time about my job and start realizing how good you have it. Don't you forget it! Yeah. Earlier you mentioned how you wanted to spend more time with us after you retired. What of it? Why are we returning to that conversation? I was thinking that eventually we are going to want to move into a smaller, more manageable home before we get too old. I don't think that's a bad idea. Give it some more thought later. Sounds good. I will. I need to get back to work. I'll be home late tomorrow night, so don't feel the need to wait up for me. Sounds like a plan. If my mom happens to call, tell her how good of a husband I am, would ya? I can do that. Don't mention to her how I haven't been spending as much time at the house. I wouldn't dare. My name is Anne. I am a 55-year-old stay-at-home wife. I got married over 25 years ago. We were blessed with 2 great kids. For the most part, we have been able to live pretty carefree over these past 25 years. The person who I have been texting is my husband, George. He is 58. He is a doctor at the city hospital. I was also formerly employed at the same hospital. We had an office romance going on between us. However, after getting married, I quit my job and focused on raising the children. George is supposed to retire any day now. Pretty soon we will find out if he was being honest about how he planned on spending more of his free time with us post-retirement. Our son, Tony, is currently in college and our daughter, Liz, is studying for her SATs. Once she gets into college and moves out of the house, my job as a full-time mother will also be coming to an end. Pretty soon, I will be able to focus on fully enjoying retirement myself. Before that happens, I want to be sure to give it my all in supporting my children. Lately, George has barely been spending any time with us. He claims work has just been extremely busy, but I have suspicions that another woman is involved. We've been married for long enough that I can detect when something is off. However, I would have never thought George was capable of doing that. Hey, are you okay? I was worried when I heard you were being rushed to the hospital. I'm just thankful that someone I used to work with was in charge of my care. Thanks so much. I got back to the house not too long ago. I have been mostly resting, and I am starting to feel a lot better now. We have to be more careful about our health at our age. If you start feeling lightheaded or dizzy, there might be something more serious going on. Don't take any of those sorts of things lightly, okay? You're right about that. The joys of aging. I was at the grocery store picking up a few things for dinner, and the next thing I know, I'm on the floor with people surrounding me. We thought it might have been a blood clot or something. Nothing came up on the MRI, though. I appreciate you looking into that for me. The IV seems to have done the trick, though. It did. Thanks again. There is one thing I am still worried about, though. Your blood pressure is abnormally high. You are taking medication for that, aren't you? I am. George makes sure I always have plenty of medication on hand for my blood pressure. Then that's really strange. There's no way it should be this high if you were on medication. Can you think of any other reason it might be that high? Actually, there might be something. Ever since I started taking that medication, I have been having some strange side effects. Like what? George always just gives them to me in an unlabeled bag. I have no idea what brand of medication I am even taking. You should give me a couple of those pills. I want to run some tests on them. I can do that. I was pretty surprised to hear that George wasn't at the hospital when I was admitted. He hasn't been here for 5 days. He took some time off. That's quite different from what he told me. He said he was on call and needed to stay at the hospital. That's pretty shady. You think so too? I'm not sure if there's a connection, but our head nurse also took the same 5 days off. Really? In fact, the two of them take the same days off quite a lot, now that I think about it. That can't be a coincidence. Not just that. It's been happening more and more lately. I have to imagine they are up to something. He's always complaining about how he has to go in for emergency surgeries. I guess that was a lie. Did you hear that the operation the other day was a failure? He messed up and caused the patient to lose their leg. Oh my God! No! I had no idea! The patient is suing the hospital for damages. It's going to cost us a fortune to settle this. He didn't tell me anything. Our reputation has been severely hurt from it. It was a very routine surgery that he messed up. There is talks that they might have to fire him. That's quite serious. Sorry, I can't talk anymore right now. I have to get back to work. No worries. Take care of yourself. If there's anything I can do to help, just shoot me a text message anytime. I appreciate it. I bought us a new home we can retire in. Man, I am such a great husband. You bought a place? Without talking to me? It's brand new with a very modern design. Once you see the inside of this place, you will be absolutely blown away. We can easily live in a place like this well into our 60s. Are you sure you didn't buy this home for your lover? Huh? Why do you keep bringing that nonsense up? I looked it up. Alimony after 15 years of marriage is really something, you know? What the hell are you talking about? I know you've been sleeping with Stacy for the last 15 years. I know everything! Would you stop throwing around these baseless accusations? Do you remember years ago when I found a bunch of messages on your phone with heart emojis attached? Those were work-related messages. Immediately after I saw them, you ran into the bathroom with your phone. You clearly were trying to hide something from me. Were you clearing your message history? Or just replying to your lover? I've grown increasingly suspicious of you ever since then. You're just misremembering things. I am not. Even if something like that did happen, it's in the past. Just forget it already. There's no way I can just forget something like that. The statute of limitations on cheating is 3 years anyway. Some half-remembered story from years ago doesn't mean anything. I can pinpoint you to a specific incidence of cheating that occurred within the last 3 years, though. You can. I am confident you've been sleeping with Stacy for at least the last 5 years. You're confident, huh? You have evidence to back up that confidence? I had Jordan look into things for me. Huh, Jordan. She can't be trusted with anything. Not just her. I had a private detective look into you, too. I received a full report not too long ago. How dare you do that to me? Says the cheater. Anyway, I have plenty of evidence. And the person you have been cheating on me with all this time is your coworker, Stacy. There's nothing illegal about being friends with a coworker. That's just work. Sure. Friends. Shut it! You have no right to talk to me this way after I've supported you all these years. Especially not after I just put a down payment on a new home. So just because you threw some money your family's way, cheating is supposed to be okay? Also, I had Jordan look into the medicine you were giving me. I'm glad my doctor has been giving me placebo pills all these years for my very real high blood pressure condition. No way. You're a real scumbag for tricking me all these years. Are you trying to kill me? I would never want something like that. And yet my blood pressure has been steadily raising all these years. What was your desired outcome? I was just messing with you. I didn't mean any serious harm. A doctor messing with their patient's medicine? I can't imagine something worse. At any rate, if my situation kept getting worse, you wouldn't have to try as hard to hide your relationship with Stacy. Maybe someday I would become sick enough to where you could just leave me behind and move on with your life. That wasn't my intention. I think that was exactly your intention. If luck was really on your side, I would die a natural death from my condition. Then you and Stacy could get married and become a proper family like you always wanted. You're out of your mind. I knew it. I can read you like a book. If you got sicker, I wouldn't be able to do as I pleased. I would have to be at the hospital to take care of you. No one is going to let a doctor who gets fired from malpractice stay at the hospital to take care of anyone. You shut your mouth. I don't know what you think you heard, but you are way out of line right now. I can't believe you've been prying into my business like this. You are unbelievable. You should heed my advice. If we get in a divorce, you will seriously be in trouble. And why is that? The only thing you've done for the last 25 years is be a stay-at-home mom. Without me in your life, do you actually think you could get by? I figured you'd say something stupid like that. Huh? We've been married for 25 years. I'm entitled to half of your property and tons of alimony since I spent the last 25 years taking care of our family instead of furthering my career. I guess we'd have to see about that in court. I wonder who can afford the better lawyer. You'll be paying for both of our lawyers, George. Like I said, I've been studying up. I know how a divorce is going to go down. You know nothing. You're going to be out in the cold with nothing. Even if you were right, I am more than qualified to be a hospice care nurse. If need be, I can get back into that. No one is going to hire you. Before I confronted you, I actually applied to a couple of jobs that were seeking former nurses. I'll be just fine without you. What? Why would you keep that sort of thing a secret from me? There's plenty more things I have kept from you. Don't you worry. Out with it. I've actually been going back to school and attending various seminars for a while now. I think I might even start my own practice. Your own practice? Ha! You have no chance of doing something like that. I am actually planning on starting it with Jordan. Don't make me laugh. You women think that you can just up and start a practice with no qualifications. It's not that easy of a thing to do. Don't look down on us just because we are women. You're going to need financial backing in order to do something like that. We've already secured sponsors. You have? In fact, St. John's is sponsoring us. What? My hospital? Jordan is actually quite distinguished in her field. When she told her superior that she was looking to start her own practice, they were eager to support her. No way. By the way, no matter what happens with your malpractice suit, you're going to be fired. What the hell are you talking about? I told the director about everything you've been doing. How you would sneak into empty rooms at the hospital with Stacy while you were on the clock. They know everything. What? They even heard how you had been fooling around with your patients. This must be so embarrassing for you. How would you know about that? Jordan was keeping an eye on you for me. I heard all about how you would use your position as a doctor to get handsy with your patients. Especially the young ones. I can't believe this. I won't forgive Jordan for running her mouth like this. Didn't you realize that you have a reputation for these sorts of things around the hospital? Everyone thinks you are the absolute worst. That can't be true. Everyone thinks I am the best. No, they don't. They know you as the guy who fools around with his girlfriend at the office. Not to mention your recent screw-up on a routine operation. Your boss is absolutely livid with you. I can't believe this. The director said they don't need a doctor like you on their staff either. They've already managed to scout tons of young, high-skilled doctors to replace you. If that happens, what am I supposed to do? If I don't have a job, how am I going to pay you alimony? That's not my problem. I guess I can ask my mom. I hate to do it, but I don't really see any other option. That might be difficult for you. I already had a nice little chat with your mother earlier. You did what? Of course I did. She won't be lifting a finger to help you. You must be lying. You used your position as a doctor to do all sorts of terrible things. Not just that, you've treated me terribly for all these years. I endured your behavior for so long for the kids' sake. I won't endure it any longer, though. As soon as I found out about the medicine, I began actually fearing for my own life. Who knows what you are truly capable of? I'm sorry, okay? Let's talk this out. I don't want to hear any excuses from you. I'm going to absolutely ruin you. You don't have to do this. Please, I'm begging you. We can move past this. Just thinking about the miserable life that's waiting for you brings me so much joy. Anne! I will end things with Stacy. Please, don't do this to me. I don't deserve this. George and I got divorced, and he was ordered to pay me the $2 million in alimony. All the women he groped at the hospital came together and sued him for damages as well. I heard he owes each of them a large amount of money. He wasn't able to find a new job. A lot of the local hospitals were going through a period of restructuring. As such, opportunities for disgraced 58-year-old doctors was zero. George had plenty of money after a long career as a doctor, but the divorce and all of the lawsuits still really started to weigh on him. George came from a family of doctors. His mother is quite conservative and strict. When she found out about everything that had been going on, she was furious. She cut ties with George. It didn't take long for the stress to catch up to George. His hair was falling out in clumps and his health was deteriorating rapidly. He's currently hospitalized. He isolated himself from everyone who cared about him except for his girlfriend, who found herself equally disgraced. No one but her will visit him, but I hear even she is showing up less and less as his bank account dries up. As for me, my new practice is fully up and functional. Jordan and I have really created something special, and I feel a sense of appreciation I haven't felt in a long time. Between that and the divorce, I am doing quite well. At first, I was at a loss on what to use all this newfound wealth on. I felt like I deserved to treat myself to something nice to try to erase some of the hard times. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content.